Good morning and welcome to today's collective worship. We are gathered in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit to think about our value this half term, hope. So, today's going to be a slightly shorter collective worship because I want you to do a task at the end of it all about hope. And I'm going to read out 4 different ideas, 4 different sentences about how we have hope at Holy Trinity. And I want you to think about those, and then I want you to see if you can do the job at the end and maybe upload your ideas onto Seesaw to share with me. So, the first one is we have faith that good things will happen. We've talked about that last week, didn't we, about having faith that even if something's going wrong right now, it doesn't mean it's always going to be going wrong. It means that at some point, maybe in the next 10 minutes, maybe next week, maybe next year, really good things will happen at the end of this, even if it's tricky now. The second one, we have ambitions to achieve big things as we grow up. Now, I think this is a really big one about hope. I remember when I was a child, I had lots of ideas about the kinds of things I wanted to be. I think when I was about 4, I hoped that I could be a nurse and I had a nurse's outfit. I didn't take that very much further, but I think at one point I wanted to be a vet. And then I ended up wanting to be a teacher, and that's what I achieved. And that was my ambition. So I want you to think about when you grow up, what you want to be when you're older. What are your hopes for your future? It could be what job you want to do. It could be something about where you want to live or what kinds of things you want to achieve. Do you want to change the world? Do you want to be the Prime Minister? Do you want to stop climate change? Do you want to invent something new? Do you want to be a doctor who creates different medicines for things that we haven't been able to beat yet? So have a think about that, because having ambitions for your future is a massively hopeful and lovely thing to do. You could write me a little plan about what you want to do when you grow up. Now, number 3 is at Holy Trinity, we still have hope, even during hard times. Now, that was Esther. If you watched the collective worship before this one, Esther had a really, really tough time, and she was worried that she might even get killed because she was a Jew. But she didn't give up hope, and she sorted it out. So even though it was hard, her hope got her through, and she was absolutely fine in the end. We still have hope during hard times. And then the last one is we encourage one another and we show resilience. So encouragement is a really big thing, isn't it? Because if somebody around you is feeling quite down, is feeling not very hopeful, then we try to encourage them. We try to give them advice and try and make them feel better. And I certainly know that if I feel sad or upset or worried about something, I have people around me, either at home or at work, who can encourage me to feel better. And it often works. And the second part of that is about showing resilience, not giving up hope. If something goes wrong one time, don't give up. It's about having hope and trying again. And even if you fail the next time and the time after that, you will get there in the end if you are resilient. You don't give up hope. So that's how we have hope at Holy Trinity. I'm going to give you a task to do now. So grab a piece of paper and a pen. And all I want you to do is write me some hopes. I want you to write a hope for today. Right now, what do you hope will happen today? And then, what do you hope will happen next year? What's your hope for next year? It could be a hope for you personally. It could be a hope for your family. It could be a hope for the world. And the third one is, in 5 years' time, where do you see yourself? What are your hopes for 5 years' time? What will you be doing? What will you have achieved in 5 years' time? So that's 3 things. Number 1, hope for today. Number 2, hope for next year. And number 3, hope for 5 years' time. Think about how old you will be. Okay.